the temperature's all right for you, and I've got a cell phone charger back there if you need it.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, yeah, the temperature's perfect. Thank you.
Right, great. Going off to do something in this nice weather today?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see a bunch of different friends, actually. Yeah. Hopefully you get to enjoy the nice weather, too.
Oh, yeah, me too, yeah. I live by the lake, so I'm like,
nice.
I think I'm gonna end soon and go enjoy the sunshine.
Yes.
Tomorrow's gonna be a nice day also.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, way too nice to stay inside.
Yeah, we gotta take advantage of these nice days.
Right, Chicago only gives you 12, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta make use of it. Are you from Chicago originally?
Yeah, born and raised.
Born and raised, nice. Okay.
How about you?
No, I grew up in wine country, California.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been out here 6 years.
Wow. How does it compare?
Oh, it's always cold. It's just freezing. Even in the summertime, I'm cold.
I get that. Some of these summer days have been kind of chilly.
Yeah, some have been a little chilly, and then like we'll get some where it's like 90s, which is like that's the temperature I like. I moved from Northern California to Los Angeles because it's like a hot desert, which I really love.
Oh yeah, because even Northern California is still kind of chilly.
It can get chilly, yeah. So I was like, no, I like the heat, but then I came here, and I tell people, look, I haven't acclimated to the cold. I just have snow-induced PTSD now. That's all.
I don't think you ever get used to it though.
Right? Right. I know there's some people like Chicago, like you, born and raised, where you're just like, I'm here, it makes me tough, I gotta live with it. Like there's like, it's like bragging rights, but I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
Even though I was born and raised here, I still complain about the cold. It's so awful.
That's good. Oh, well. Do you think Chicago will be home forever, or are you gonna make your escape someday?
Well, I used to live in Atlanta for a little bit for a job, and I liked it there. And it was warmer, very humid though. But the problem is like I don't have my family there. All my family's over here, you know.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
How about you? Do you think you're gonna stay? I mean, you've been here 6 years.
No, I'm leaving the second my daughter is 18.
Oh yeah? Where are you gonna go?
Back to California.
Southern California, though, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly,
That is so smart.
Yeah, because the only reason I'm here is because her mom is from here, and after her mom and I split up, she moved here with my daughter. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm coming too. I work in tech from home. I do this, and I'm a comedian, so it's like I can do that in Chicago. So let's go for it.
Oh, fun!
Yeah. So I was like, so I've been here. It's fun. I love Chicago. I tell my daughter, I said, look, if they were to take the city of Chicago and put it in Los Angeles, I would never leave.
Yeah, right.
But it's way too cold. It's
Yeah.
just way too cold. But it's an amazing city. I love the people. Like, this is my favorite time from Memorial Day to Labor Day. The whole city just comes to life.
That is so true.
Everybody's out. There's stuff to do everywhere. It's beautiful weather.
It's such a good point.
It's so worth it. It's amazing. It really is. And so I love that, but it's like, but outside of that time, it's not great.
I know.
Yeah.
But you're right. It is when it's nice. It's nice.
It's amazing. Yeah. And I road tripped. Actually, I went from here to actually Atlanta, and I really loved it. It's like I think like a 12-hour, 14-hour drive or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. You can fly it in an hour or two, but it's like it's not bad a road trip. And then there's a ton of stuff, and I loved it. I really liked Atlanta.
I loved it too.
Yeah, I think we only spent like a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was wild. We road tripped to go there. I don't even think we got a hotel. We just
went there and then drove back.
No, we did. We stayed right by the Coca-Cola factory.
Oh, nice.
So
downtown.
it was just right downtown. We slept and then came back, and like it was so funny. This was when I was on dating apps, and the person that I was talking to just so happened to be from Atlanta. So I was like, what do I like? They were out here. They were here in Chicago, but they're like, I grew up out there. So I was like, where do we go? What do we do? And so she was like, oh, you got to go to, it was like East Village or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, that's
East
up and
Atlanta
coming.
Village.
Yeah, East Atlanta Village. So there was like a bunch of, it was very bohemian, like real hipsy. Like, and I was like, oh, this is cool. This is hip. There's a lot of great spots here.
It's such a great area.
Yeah, and we just hung out. You know what? I still have my shades that I bought there because it was so sunny. I was like, I need hangover shades. I need shades that are like, I'm still drunk, okay? And so I got those, and I was like, these are perfect.
What time of the year did you go there?
We went, I want to say it was hot. So it
was
like,
hot.
yeah, it was like, I want to say summer probably for sure, actually. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really loved it. But yeah, we went there with the Coca-Cola factory. There was what is the aquarium right by there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we made a couple days out of it, but it was nice. It was great. I definitely was like, oh, there's still a lot more. I'm big on like, I pay attention to real estate. My mom was an agent growing up, so I look at that. And so I see Atlanta. You can see how there's areas that are really coming up in Atlanta, which is pretty cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So it sounds like maybe you'd go there to live after.
And I might be fine with it. It's not far from the ocean. I might go a little closer to it.
Oh yeah. Wait, sorry. You're already going to go to Southern California.
Yeah.
You can always visit Atlanta, but it's too far from the water. It's like a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, exactly. That's really it. So I'm like, I'm looking at San Diego because it's still semi-affordable and it's right there on the beach and it's always nice. Plus, I'm Mexican, so like it's nice to be able to just hop over if I need to. Depending on who gets elected president, I can just bounce,
Yeah, it's good to be close there. Do you have family in Mexico?
I do. Family in Mexico, family in California.
Okay.
My wife, we just got married, and she actually lives in Mexico, congrats. So I have to bring her in. Thanks. So so she's there. All her family's there. We're in Jalisco, is where she's from.
Where is it?
Jalisco.
Oh, okay.
So that's like center of Mexico.
Gotcha. Right, it's spelled Jali.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Seen it on the map. Would be cool.
Yeah. You'll see some Jalisco restaurants every now and then.
Oh,
That'll be a thing you'll see. But yeah, it's a great part of Mexico. I really love it. And it's nice. Yeah, and again, I like the Mexican food. I'm very picky about it here in Chicago because it's 50-50.
Where's a really good place you recommend for good authentic Mexican food?
Ooh, that's okay. There's a place here that smells like my grandma's and is good half the time. And that's actually Flacos Tacos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
wait, isn't it a chain?
There's like 3 of them, 2 or 3, but they're a local spot. They're a Chicago spot. They do stuff that I'm used to. Like I said, it smells like my grandma's.
Oh.
I would say they're pretty good. I would think the most authentic Mexican that I'm used to out here, because I've been to a lot of Mexican restaurants and they're like the spices don't taste the same, the herbs and stuff don't taste the same, the chilaquiles they make aren't the way I'm used to. So it's like, and again, I know it's just differences in how people grow. So it just depends. But yeah, those would be the places I love. I would say, I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else. Other than that, no, I'll be honest, I'm pretty disheartened. So most of the times, like if I want food, I'm not gonna get Mexican food most of the time.
That's so sad.
Yeah, because I'm too picky. But again, my grandma opened a restaurant in California. Like that's the type of Mexican food I grew up with. So
like she still has that restaurant?
You know what? It burned down before I was even born. But like that's the level of cooking, right? She has 7 kids. They all want her cookbook when she dies. Like all of them are like gonna fight for it. So you know what I mean? So like that's what I think when I think Mexican food. So I come out here and it's just not here like that.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's like everything homemade was always going to taste better than like anything else outside.
Exactly. And that's really true. Absolutely. And I read somewhere and I was like, oh, this is such a great point, which is like when you go to a restaurant, you're getting that chef's version of that food.
Oh,
There's no culture anywhere. If you were to go to Mexico and go to every different kitchen, the food's going to taste different every single one.
Oh, that's so true.
Right? So it's like, okay. And I keep that viewpoint. I'm not comparing anymore. I'm not like, let's see how this goes to my grandma's. It's like, how is it as its own thing?
Yeah.
What do I like about it? What do I enjoy? And that's making me tolerate stuff a little more.
Gotcha. That's a good attitude to have.
I try. I'm very much a foodie. If you can't tell, I love food. So it's
I love food too.
Yeah, right. So I try and find ways to enjoy it. Like it took me like 2 years to like the sushi out here in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Because in California it's just so good. Out here it's hard to find good sushi.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, after a while I started to find some decent spots. But it definitely takes a while. But there's so much food to try in Chicago.
There is so much food. It's overwhelming, honestly. Yeah. Like where I live, where you picked me up from, like there's like it's by Little India. If you've ever been, so many Indian restaurants and Pakistani restaurants.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I shop on the other side of Little India, like because I'm over there on the lake side of it.
Oh,
but But the same thing, because I love Indian food. It's honestly so good out here.
So good.
So good. So
and by where you are, then you have a lot of African restaurants, Ethiopian restaurants, and that's really good too.
And that's my favorite is Ethiopian Diamond. I'm on that block.
Oh yes.
They know me. I'm there once a week at least. They know me. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. But that's definitely something I've loved. I know I was very much spoiled because I lived in also Silicon Valley, so you get a lot of Middle Eastern tech people will then bring their family over too, and that's gonna have even great Middle Eastern food. Obviously, great Asian food, great Chinese food, great Japanese. So I got super spoiled, but it's out here too. Obviously, you can get the staples: Italian pizza, obviously Chicago hot dogs, of course. But there's just so much culture out here. There's so many great places to go. I'm finding like the Filipino restaurants that are a little west of where I picked you up. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming, which I really love.
I know, I love it too.
Yeah. So if someone were visiting Chicago, where would you say, what's the spots they gotta try?
To eat, you're saying?
Yeah.
That's such a great question. There's this Thai place that's really good. I think it's called like Greenleaf Thai.
Okay.
But I think it's near like Granville and California. But it's
really? Okay.
so good. It's like consistently amazing and delicious.
Greenleaf Thai. Hey, we're turning on Greenleaf Street. That's so funny.
That's a sign.
That's a sign. All right, I know where I'm getting lunch today. All right.
And like obviously Ethiopian places. One of my friends was just visiting, and we went to a place. I think it was called Azum, like Azum. I think it's newer, but by Loyola, by Lickety Split, that part. And it was so
AX,
good.
Or is AXUM? I know the one. Okay,
something. There's definitely an X in it.
Yeah.
And that was really good.
Nice. I'll have to go off of my block to get Ethiopian.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's also like, so I'm ethnically Assyrian, and there's also like some like most like places just like make Assyrian food and like sell it. So there's no sit down place, except there's this place called Libanais that's on McCormick and Devon.
Okay.
It's Middle Eastern like Assyrian food.
Oh,
and it's
I know
really
the one.
Good.
Yeah, I totally know the one.
Highly recommended. Try their Zatarbread. Like it's just amazing.
Absolutely going to. Yeah. That's wonderful. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong most places. I mean, like, some places are always going to be like also hit or miss, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's again, like I said, it's like, well, do I like their version of it? Did it hit it or not? But the fact that it's authentic Assyrian food, I think that's really important.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really cool. So I'm definitely curious about that. And then I've seen the Axum place that you're talking about, Axum and whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Because I live right there. Lickety Split is what I do is because. Ethiopian Diamond is like right here, and then Lickety Split is like 3 doors down.
Oh,
so,
right.
I order food there, and then I go to Lickety Split, and then I walk home because it's literally like this. Yeah,
that's
so
a great
nice.
area where you live.
I love it. I'm very spoiled. I had a friend come out and he's like, "How did you find this place?" He's like, "What do you type in? Like, how did you find this?" I was like, "It was just lucky. I just went for the price. Like, that's all. I lucked out, and that's amazing." Yeah. But I really did luck out because it's like it's safe. I know because it's the students, right? Loyola, so they have extra cops there.
Yes.
It's a little safer. It's quieter. And then in the summertime, all the students go. They leave, so it's just quiet.
Wow.
The beaches are empty. It's so nice. It's so nice.
Wait, that's actually really nice.
Yeah, I love it.
And you have such good access to the beaches over there. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
The red line's there. Like that's
right
a great
there.
place.
Yeah, I tell my daughter, I go, look, we can go anywhere in the world from here. You can hop on the red line. You can get on and go to O'Hare. Get on the blue and go to O'Hare. And then from O'Hare, you can go anywhere in the world. Like, we don't have to have a car. We can have a car, obviously, but it's like the fact that it's the gateway to the world like that is so easy. It's great. And we love to hop on the train and we'll go down to like Chinatown or Asia on Argyle right there. They've got their little Thai or Vietnamese restaurants and
all that little pocket.
Boba. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. We go there, we go downtown. It's great. Yeah, the red line is great. Very convenient. As long as you don't go south side on it.
Right.
You just don't go past downtown. Get off downtown. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, how is LA's public transportation?
Terrible.
Oh, that's
horrible. It used to be actually the envy of the United States, and then they got rid of it. Then they put a bunch of freeways up.
Oh,
and
really?
It was a terrible idea. And so they're trying to bring it back. For a while, they only had like one underground train that would go all the way out to the valley and back. And that's what people commuted on, and that was it. But like, it was like the 60s, it was the envy. By the 80s, it was ruined. And then now it's on its way back. You know,
it is on its way back.
It is on its way because they're realizing it's like, invest in public transportation, give people stuff to ride. Like, there's no reason not to. People will use it. It'll be helpful, and it's good for the environment. So that's what they're doing. Looks like you're here.
Oh, okay.
All right. It was so nice chatting.
Thank you. Likewise too. Well, good luck with everything.
I'll need it. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Oh, have you been to Rezas?
Have Have I been to Rezas?
Rezas. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Middle Eastern buffet.
They
It's
used to
really
have one
good.
in Andersonville. but
That's
they
the one I used to go
closed it.
to.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's another location here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Have a good day.
You
Enjoy
too.
the weather.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.